In this lecture, we're going to begin to customize your website. Now, there's lots of customizations you can make. You can change all the fonts used by your theme. You can change all the colors, all kinds of things you can change during the theme customization process. So let's jump over and get started. I leave most of the stuff defaulted and only change like 4 things, I think, typically. And I'm going to show you those 4 things now. So here I am in the WordPress backend, and what we want to do is go to Appearance again. Now, we went to Appearance Themes the first time to load our theme. This time we're going to go to Appearance Customize to customize our theme. And what that does is it gives us options down the left for what we want to customize, and it shows the web page to the right so we can actually see what those customizations do. Now, general settings aren't too exciting unless you're really into changing any of these, like the website content width, the fonts used, and the colors for various items. I don't change any of this. I just leave it all defaulting. Now, header and navigation settings, once again, the header format settings, you can have the header on the left or on the right, so you can modify all of these things having to do with your theme. Now, the things that I like to modify, first of all, social media networks, you should plug in your URLs for your social media networks so that people can interact with you. And then site identity, I come here and I change just another WordPress website. Now, I've never used a theme that's displayed the tagline, so it doesn't matter what it says. But I like to change it anyway, just in case something does display it someday. A sample WordPress website. Okay. Now, when you make a modification, they don't take effect until you say publish. So let's go ahead and we'll publish that. And we're published. Then we go back. And background image I don't mess with. Menus and widgets we could do other places. This is typically an interesting thing, and I wanted to show it to you because these two are what you typically see as far as setting what your home page is going to be. So it's either your latest posts or it's a static page that you have to create. Now, what the extra theme does is it adds an extra category layout, and that's what this fancy front page is. It's this thing special to extra, because extra is really a good blogging theme. So we've got that set. We don't need to change it. A lot of times it'll display your blog here, and you'll want to put a home page here that you create, so you change the home page to a static page. And then you set your blog to a page called blog, and WordPress automatically maintains your blog on the page named blog. You never have to actually edit that page. So anyway, that's it for these customizations. Now you get out of here by hitting X, and it turns out that there is actually, whoa, we've got an update. This is interesting. So whenever you see a red number like this, that tells you that you've got an update for something. It looks like it's not a plugin, it might be a theme. So we'll have to update that eventually, bring it up to date. But what I wanted to show you was that there's actually another set of theme customizations here. So there's the extra specific theme customizations. So here you come to theme options, and there's 2 that I always nail right away. First, the logo that gets displayed at the top of your home page, actually the top of every page in the menu, and then the favicon. And what the favicon is you see these little icons on the tab up here? That's what the favicon is. So we can set a favicon and a logo, and that'll show up on the front page. Now, of course, you have to create it, and this is not a course about graphic design, but I'm going to go and see if I can upload my blog and reviews labels. I think I can find them. I think they're in pictures under my stuff here. Yeah, there they are right there. So here's the favicon image, and I believe we're doing the logo. So let's bring in the JPEG of the logo. And by the way, this is your media. So whenever you bring in an image, it loads it into media, and this is what it looks like. So you can upload files, or you can come here to media and you could select any of the files you have that you want. So this is not selected now. Now it's selected because it's got the check mark. And you come over here and you say select, and now that's the file that will be used for your logo. Now let's go do the same for the favicon. So upload that. We say upload files. Select the file. Starts looking on our computer. And we want this right here for the favicon. So it's selected, so we say select that. Now we've set the favicon and the logo image. Let's go ahead and save these changes. Be sure and do that. I have gotten out of this page without saving, and it's not good. Now if we go and visit the site, we see our logo here. So create a logo. Your logo should, I believe this logo is something like 2 inches high and 5 inches wide, something like that. Whatever you can translate that into pixels, what, 300 pixels per inch is 1,500 wide and 600 tall, something like that. So make an image that's the appropriate size, and you can mess with this size to get it the size that you want, and load it in here. And the favicon too. Notice we've got the little favicon here now loaded in our tab. And those are the only customizations that I make to the site. The rest of the customizations as far as the menus and things like that. Oh, there's another thing that you can do. See this line here? This trend, it shows the trending blog post, and then it has share on Facebook and it has search. But you have search down here, and this shows you the most popular and the top rated blog posts, so I don't particularly like this line. Let's go get rid of it. And that, once again, you go to the dashboard, you go to Appearance, Customize. There it is, I finally found it. One of the problems with WordPress is that there are so many menu options and things here to the left. You see something and you don't remember where it is. So what I want you to do to get rid of this top line is come here to Appearance and go to Customize. It's not actually in the extra customization. Go to Header and Navigation Settings, and then go to Header Element Settings. And here you could turn off, watch, if I click this, the social icons disappear, or I can get rid of the search bar. I want to get rid of the entire trending bar, so now the whole thing is gone. I unclick all of those, and I publish, and that's gone. So that's the customization that we're going to make to our website. Now you can go down to, I think you can modify what's in the header or in the footer settings, footer elements, show social icons, so you can modify to some extent the footer. So go here and go through both Customize. So you want to go through both Appearance, Customize, and check out all the options, see what they do, and then come down to Extra Theme Options too. And you're going to find additional options for configuring the extra theme. And that was it for customizing the theme. For now, we're going to do many more customizations through the rest of the course. And the next begins with installing our plugins. Now, plugins extend the functionality of basic WordPress to do things specific to the tasks you want to perform with your website. I'll see you in that lecture.